Sam here, with another episode in How to PvP in Dark Souls 3. This episode is called Targeting Priority slash Thoughtful Mage. I will still bring up things that benefit melee players. However, mages have a more intricate play when it comes to who they target and under what circumstances. The first trick you'll see more commonly in duels or in the arena. I don't use it very much because it costs a lot of FP, but having a homing soul mass or crystal homing soul mass ready with a soul spear can do a lot of damage if you have a direct line towards your target and it's difficult for them to avoid or they're not expecting it. It looks like the disengaged red knows what I'm up to and is avoiding me. It also looks like he's about to go pressure my host. The red on my host is totally focused on him. So this is the opportune moment. So that works out pretty well. And then after that, the other red makes a great decision, turns mid-swing as I'm busy trying to eliminate that red, and makes me take a ton of damage. I totally botched my Estus cancels, but that doesn't matter. Right here, he gets a little too close. I'm running a dagger, so I know I'll probably hit him before he can enter hyper armor. Sometimes I'll just R1 spam away, and other times, like this one, I'll R1, R1, pause, they roll, and then R1. This type of strategy, a lot of people know as the turn and burn, when you're being chased and somebody gets too close, so you attack while they're busy running. What you might not know is that if you're a mage class and you start targeting, it's good to target the one in the back. Sometimes that forces them away and gives you a greater opening to attack that first person. A small detail here, I did start targeting the one in the front, but that's not the one I wanted, so I changed target before my projectile totally fires. You can actually change the target pretty late, like right as you're firing the projectile. A lot of the time, I may target somebody of a higher skill level in order to increase pressure on them or to help keep them off of my teammates who are fighting with me. I use a combination of my spells and my fast dagger in order to pressure people both up close and far away. This happens a lot when I fire Great Soul Arrow, where people will get caught up right in front of me as they're coming in for an attack. They think they've either sidestepped it or that they'll be able to hit me before I'm finished casting. And if I hit them with that, they might just be in range and I can even smack them with my dagger maybe more than once as they're still trying to figure out what to do. You can land some great combos with Great Soul Arrow and Great Heavy Soul Arrow, and if the timing lines up just right, you won't even interrupt the true combos of other weapons. I see a lot of players make the mistake of going to one of these strategies too often. So they're too reliant on attacking the player with lowest health who they think they can finish off, or they're too reliant on attacking who they think is the best player and they need to eliminate them now. Those are useful at times, but you have to be more mindful than that. There's better choices to make in different situations. I could give you hundreds of examples of stuff just like this, where a player has their back to you, they're focused on fighting somebody else. It doesn't always mean that you should abandon the fight that you're in, but if somebody is doing that constantly, they're really leaving themselves open. And when you're a mage, that's the person you want to focus on, even exiting the fight that you're in for just a moment. Returning to that thought of targeting people in the back, you can shoot past enemies or through teammates that you can't hit or around them if you sidestep, and the people in the back are less likely to believe that you are targeting them and are less likely to dodge or sidestep your attack. Sometimes you target somebody who you think is going to be easy to parry. Uh, Maybe they're just very predictable. Maybe they're, throwing out R1 spam from a straight sword or a weapon art that's easy to parry. You should also be mindful of what attacks or spells you're using and what response they tend to elicit from the person you're attacking or in general. So if I prepare something like Crystal Soul Spear, most people are going to roll dodge it. They don't want to take the chance just sidestepping it unless they're very confident in being able to sidestep it due to the amount of damage. Whereas something like Great Soul Arrow, a lot of people might just try to sidestep that and run in on me, where I can respond with an appropriately timed attack. I don't really know if this falls into targeting priority, but sometimes I try to reverse snipe these people who are trying to hit you from afar with a Millwood bow. As a sorcerer, I use Great Soul Arrow all the time to punish whiffs, even up close. If I can predict they're gonna miss, especially with a slower weapon like a Great Sword or a Spear, Great Soul Arrow will hit them when they're just outside of me. It's just like spacing. That same logic applies when someone is attacking my teammates, especially with slower weapons, and I know I have time to hit them with Great Soul Arrow, or in the case of something really slow like Ring Knight Pair Great Swords, Great Heavy Soul Arrow. Another common reason you might target someone is if they're healing too close, an Estus punish. Even with Estus cancel, if they are too close and your weapon is fast enough, you might still be able to hit them and launch a combo on them or just get some damage in. With something like Great Soul Arrow, I'm able to punish that from a further distance away. If they are somewhat close, even on an Estus cancel, if our connection's good, I will be able to hit them before they can roll away. Not necessarily before they heal all the time, but getting that damage in, punishing their heal, still worthwhile. Another factor that comes up with invasions is the PvE. Players can be distracted fighting the PvE, especially more dangerous PvE like in the Ring City, and you can use that to your advantage to hit them. You can almost treat it like another player, except you don't really need to think about protecting them and the longevity of it. You just use them to your advantage. Already a couple times in this clip, I've managed to hit people with Great Heavy Soul Arrow as they're busy fighting PvE, just like they'd be busy fighting another invader or doing anything else where their focus isn't on you. What I'm going to do next is give you a few text clues on screen, but try and see if you can tell for yourself why I am targeting the person that I am. And if you can, then I'll have accomplished what I want to. What I am trying to accomplish with this video, if you haven't figured it out, is to show you that there is real thought behind who you should attack and when. It goes doubly so for mage characters, and it separates a certain level of players. If you aren't putting much thought into who you're attacking and why, you're just attacking the person in front of you. You're firing Crystal Soul Spirit, the same guy who just dodges it because his entire focus is on you. That's going to make you a much lower tier player. Alright, that's going to about do it for this video. For the next video in this series, I'm planning on talking about swaps. Although I did promise a whip video for my off series, which you should check out. It gives a few more niche things about Dark Souls 3 that you can use or improve upon. Keep playing Dark Souls 3, guys. Happy holidays. Have a good one.